Hi. What?
What was that? Hi.
I was gonna say something, then I don't know.
Go ahead, start it, Andrew.
Hi, welcome back. I can't help but notice we've gone another week, and there is still nothing behind Taylor on the wall, despite the promise. I knew it would happen.
I totally forgot. I ain't gonna lie to you. I totally forgot. I could put something up there real quick.
That's up to you. Another piece of paper that says "still under construction."
Here, here's a love note that my wife or future wife wrote to me. That's hanging over my desk. Bam.
It's a thing.
Damn, you only have one of those?
There you go.
Bro, I got one on hand right here, bro.
There you go.
What are you doing?
There's like 4 different messages on it though, so we like to don't waste paper.
Not waste paper.
Yeah, exactly. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another week. I totally forgot about this shit. We got another doozy for y'all. Question of the week coming up. Andrew, what's the question of the week this week? Give him a little preview before we get into it.
Not gonna lie, I don't remember. You just asked me. You just asked me, so it completely exited my brain.
What have you bought as an adult because you're an adult?
Yes.
That is the question of the week.
What?
Well, we ain't answered yet, but we're a little previewing. We're previewing. We'll come back to that one, though. And as always, got a new game for us this week to play where I'm going to team you two together and I'm going to try to stump both of y'all together. It's a team game. Y'all going to need to help with each other. So,
okay. Is it fun facts? Is that why we're going to need
No.
Oh, okay.
It's movie related too. So y'all going to have fun with it. So we'll figure it out as we get there. Brain power, teamwork.
Struggling because this freaking habanero beer is like killing me right now on the back end.
Was it spicy?
Drinking on the back end, huh?
Yeah, it creeps up, dude, and hits you from behind.
We're just going to brush right over that. As always, what's going on, boys? How we doing? Good week? Good times?
Yeah.
Anything exciting?
Yeah, it's been a freaking great week because Ahsoka just dropped.
Oh, God.
This is the part where Taylor just kind of...
Oh, no. I'm not cool, and I don't like Star Wars.
I like Star Wars, but
False. You don't like Star Wars. How long have you been promising to watch Clone Wars and Rebels?
Someone says they like Star Wars, but purposefully avoids watching the best parts of Star Wars.
I only watch the movies.
I don't purposely avoid the watch. What is this gang up? Jesus Christ!
I wasn't gonna do it, but then Ben went there, and I was like, you know what? F it.
Go ahead, air it out. I don't care. I'm sorry. I'm not that into what Disney's putting out these days. I'm having a hard time getting excited over anything. So
trust me, that is fair.
I've watched every Mandalorian.
Filoni had this thing planned out, dude. It ain't being written by Disney. Whoever Disney hires as writers is kind of, but
this is
some Dave
the
Filoni
man himself.
Stuff, man.
Yeah.
I don't even know who that is. I'm just kidding.
He's the guy who created Ahsoka's
don't feed into
character.
This. No, don't give him what he wants.
What is it that I want, Ben?
I'm gonna rile him up.
To watch Sopranos again, probably.
Hey, I'm on episno 4. Leave me alone. Okay? He just killed that rat, Frank.
Either,
so. Okay. No, I don't know. I'm having a hard time getting into them, and to sit down and watch a bunch of cartoons, it's very hard for me. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh no, I have to watch like art and like enjoy myself. No,
coming from someone who just the other day was like, "Hey, have y'all watched Invincible yet?"
Well, that's
and loves all the Justice League animated stuff.
Well, that's my childhood.
The Justice League cartoons.
Was Clone Wars your childhood?
It should have been.
It wasn't my childhood.
Tell you what,
okay?
It should have been.
When did it come out? Because it came out when
I was going to say, it wasn't like 08? Shortly after
we were still in
episode
high
3.
school. 2008.
Yeah.
Well,
I know,
yeah, 2008.
Okay, it's okay.
Hey, we're only recording live here.
Wow. When the wives interrupt the podcast, we should have like a segment. Bookmark this.
What?
So that way we can stitch them all together.
Well, then I don't
know about you.
Broom or something.
Get the broom.
What are we doing right now?
Aaron! Get the broom, witch! Fly, be gone!
There's a wasp in the room back there.
Oh, let them sting them. They're fine.
Yeah, you take a cup. So you take a cup and you pluck it onto the wall, and then you take a piece of paper underneath it, and then you let it outside. Easy, done.
Or you kill that motherfucker.
I will never show mercy to a wasp. Never.
We only save bees in this household.
Yeah, bees only.
Bees only. You kind of brought something up there. I've had multiple people come out and said, when are the ladies in our lives going to be on the podcast for an episode? And I can't help to think of something that would be more terrible than that. Because I know mine is going to sit here silent because she's shy as shit. Aaron is just going to go on about conspiracy theories with Emily for an hour and a half. That's it.
Yeah. But they could all isn't Emily into Twilight or no?
Yeah.
I mean, she's into vampire stuff.
Someone just mentions Twilight, they'll all just start going off about stuff. I'm sure.
Whisper in the air before we leave.
I guarantee you that's going to be the most listened to episode because they're going to be talking
the one
about
where
Twilight.
We're not in it.
They're going to be talking about like ACOTAR and all this like fantasy novella.
Yeah. Does Jade read ACOTAR? Do you know?
I don't know. She reads a lot of stuff.
Court of Thrones. Thrones and God.
I think
Thrones
so.
and Roses or whatever.
I've seen that book on the shelf.
Does Jade listen to Guns N' Roses?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sweet child of mine on repeat in this household.
That's all she listens to.
Bro.
Thorns and Roses, not Thrones. My bad.
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen that book on the shelf. It's over by where I sit. Yeah, that would be a time. I don't even know how to we would hey, just sit here and talk for an hour and a half. No show related topic. Just talk and everything. It'd be I can't tell. It's either going to be the greatest thing ever or the worst thing ever. So we will never know.
I wonder how many awkward pauses there would be.
Oh, 1,000 of them. And then the first 20 minutes are going to be them. I don't know what to say. Looking over at all of us.
Zero faith into this.
I do.
It's going to be just nonstop.
We should set
because
it up
then we
sometime.
can come in and we can interrupt them talking and throw keywords in there. Just give them a little 3 to 5 topics to choose from. let them go.
Honestly, an intro might be in store for all this. We'll see what's up.
Harry Potter, Twilight, ACOTAR, the geopolitical climate of Saudi Arabia.
Smutty books.
You're the only non-nerd here. They'll talk.
I'm the only what here?
Non-nerd.
A little nerd. Come on.
Nah, but I mean, again, you watch the movies. You don't really get into it.
Gatekeeping nerddom. Oh, how the tables.
I don't watch Star Wars. I don't watch Star Wars cartoons. It's literally all I don't watch. What are we talking about here? I've watched every Marvel, every DC. Andor. I've watched Invincible. I have watched Andor. I just haven't finished it yet.
Exactly. It yet. So you haven't watched
I'm
Andor.
sorry. I went on a trip and I got lost.
Just because you dip your toe into the pool doesn't mean you went into the pool.
Oh my god. There's the nerd gatekeeping over here.
Yeah. We keep it fresh out here, all right? I want these meadows and pastures kept free from the corruption and the pollution that comes from those. You people. Right? I don't want your
you people.
I don't want your toxic vibes in my green pastures.
If I say I listen to 4 out of the 5 bands you mentioned, you're like, oh, you don't listen to this one, nerd. You're not cool enough. You don't listen to metal enough.
No, that's not music. I'm talking about nerd. Like nerd.
Whatever. I'm nerdy in my own ways. That's all I got to say. Thank you. I'm
talk about gatekeeping, dude. You know how people took that term nerd and I'm nerdy with books. Well, I mean, I guess it is kind of nerdy, but that's
where the nerd started.
Nerdy with food. What? Bro, nerds got picked on. You can't just take that phrase and apply it to anything you want in your life.
same concept a little bit, but when everyone starts putting like porn in front of everything, like food porn, it's like, what are we talking about here? Have you ever seen that?
I would have mentally picture you aggressively masturbating to a freaking
eggplant.
Pizza. No, thanks. I'm good. Bro, look at this lasagna. Like, no. Like, what?
I'm gonna stick it in the apple pie. Okay, we're done.
Jesus Christ.
No, that's sexual assault.
That is.
There's a on an apple pie.
Yeah, because if you're taking pictures, it's one thing, but you start assaulting apple pie. I don't know.
Yeah, we were grocery shopping earlier, and there was a guy behind us in line that had like 5 different types of pies in their cart, and I was like,
That man's looking at an orgy. Okay,
and he looked sad.
Why did my mind say? Well, you're gonna be sad soon. That's all I gotta say. This one's off to a positive.
I don't know what we were talking about.
I asked how y'all's weeks were, and all you said was Taylor didn't watch Ahsoka. That's all I got. So, other than Ahsoka, how are we doing?
No, that's all my week is. My whole week has been waiting for this day.
Is it that big of a deal?
It is.
Yes,
it really
is.
Big
of a deal.
And what's funny though, but the casual Star Wars fan would not know that it is though. Like, the only reason it is such a big deal is because some of the best storytelling in Star Wars ever has happened in Clone Wars and in Rebels. All the movies, it's surface level stuff. You can't get into the lore and why everything's cool. The characters aren't that cool in the movies because you don't spend enough time with them. You don't see their lives and everything. This is so much cooler. And that's why it's such a big deal. I have told you this! Anyways, Aaron's birthday was Monday, so we went out of town for a little bit. We went to like 2 hours away. You remember? Did you ever go to Blowing Rock? Oh yeah, that was where we hiked, and I almost puked everywhere.
Oh, when the fucking the highest peak in the East Coast?
No, that's Mount Mitchell. No, that was
throw up
when me and you went on a hike after gorge. I had like a
you went up to Mount in the morning because I don't
drink coffee.
Gotcha, yeah. Or near Boone. Yeah.
So we went and hung out up there for a little while. It was cool.
I'm remembering multiple trips now where you have almost thrown up hiking and shit. So, but that one's the first one. So yeah, I get you.
Yeah, but have you ever taken a shit in the woods?
I mean, I have.
It's terrifying.
It is.
It's a terrifying experience.
You're at your most vulnerable state out there with your pants down and just anything can come up around you.
Animals and shit? What are you going to do?
Can you imagine you just like jump like a snake? If you're pooping on a snake, you didn't even realize it.
I had that exact fear. It's like a snake's going to jump out of nowhere and like right into my booty hole. And I'm like, no, I don't want that. No, thank you.
You gotta check.
I've always had that fear with the toilets too.
I was like, where are we going from?
Well, there was that one photo way back in the day where like the man found a snake in his toilet. I remember that.
Yeah.
I've had a unreasonable fear of bathrooms since then. Don't like it.
Let's open that can of worms. You've had a fear.
No, that's all there is to it. I feel like the internet photo.
This should have been brought up last week with your phobias.
Oh yeah, where was this? You didn't bring that one.
I don't have a weird fear of bathrooms. It's just like
a normal fear of bathrooms.
I'm pretty sure any fear of bathrooms is weird.
The fear is of having to use the bathroom. So throughout the day, you just keep holding everything, and the further it gets, and the more uncomfortable it gets, the more your fear intensifies. And you're just
why do you think
audibly
I snap all the time?
You're just audibly screaming while pissing violently.
Got to go in there and light some candles to just soften the mood and make sure everything's all mellow and stuff. Well, this one's
what the fuck are we talking about?
I have no idea. Yeah, I'm so thrown off. That's where we are.
What did you do, Taylor?
Oh, just
no, I don't. That's why we asked.
Just I went to the hospital and stuff like that. Just good times
again.
And everything. Yeah, well, I didn't go that one time after an episode. I ended up not going, but I went this time. I'm not going to dive into this and everything, but that's what I've done. I did, however, we did get our marriage license and my tux in, and it just dawned on me that I'm going to be a married man in like 45 days. So
it's coming up.
How did it hit y'all at all? Like when you started getting close to it, or was it all just very casual?
Bro,
I'm gonna see what Ben says here.
I'm pretty sure we had this conversation before.
Did we?
I proposed to my wife in the drive-through of a cookout.
I know.
We got married 6 days later.
I know, but there was no point in between those 6 days where you're like, "Holy shit, I'm about to be a married man." Well, I guess it's different for you because you were a married man before.
Already, we're already living together and we're already like committed, and like all the marriage was is just like, cool, we have rings, and we can say we're married.
I get to wear a ring and not look like a douche. What?
Yeah. So I mean, it was not to underplay it, but like there was no nerves or anything like that.
Yeah. What about you, Andrew? Did you ever?
Oh yeah.
Did it hit you at all when you're getting close to it? Because you and Aaron.
It's funny because we had
forever.
Yeah, because we had a normal wedding, so
what are you trying to
when
say?
you're when you're wrapped up and trying to plan all this stuff,
dude,
you get so busy with the technical aspects of it that it's like you don't really have a chance to sit there and actually like feel that it's about to happen. And then all of a sudden, I remember I was sitting there one night and I'm just like, "Oh shit, this isn't just like a outing that you're planning. Like this is like huge, actually."
Yeah,
and which is really weird. It's actually kind of almost dumb when you say it that way. It's like, yeah, duh. But when you get caught up in all the stuff that comes before it, it's really easy to not just sit and it like hit you.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's weird.
Not saying it hit you like a bad thing or anything like that. It's just like,
no, shit. It's just like the reality catches up to you. Like this is what you're actually doing.
I'm going to save on taxes soon. This is great. I remember the 24 hours leading up to your wedding, Andrew. That was just straight mayhem because we had no idea what was going to happen with the weather because you had that outside wedding. And I always forget Ben was the photographer too, which is so funny.
Yep.
Like how that worked out. It's almost like a full circle event over here. With,
there's almost no evidence that my wedding happened.
Yeah,
because the equipment that we needed, Ben, I think you were gonna borrow it from some church or something like that, and they're like, no, we can't lend it out like last second, so we didn't have
all the equipment I was going to use was not available.
we didn't have adequate lighting for some of the post ceremony shots, and also it didn't help that the ceremony was delayed like an hour because of the insane muddy mess getting down to the property because of the storms and everything.
Bro, that was so
insane.
God. That's your parents drive. Your parents' driveway. What was it? Half a mile of just dirt road, and then like a monsoon came through and made that thing. I think they were like those cars just trapped up and down that damn.
And it was
road.
like a week straight before that it would not stop raining. And then I remember looking at my mom like the day before. I'm like, is this gonna
we're gonna start boating people in along the river.
But yeah, there were cars trapped in the driveway. There were people walking through mud to get to the ceremony. It was wild.
I remember having to build like a little bridge to get over like a little dam for you and stuff. I'm like hammering. It's like 3 hours before the wedding. I'm like, what are we doing? Like it's like you also. I'm like, I don't know if this is gonna work, man.
Yeah.
But then it all ended up being all good and stuff like that. It actually turned out to be a really nice wedding when you had the ceremony and then the lights and everything, and everyone was eating and stuff like that. It was really dope. I just remember being like 1 o'clock and like drinking some whiskey with your parents on the porch after we all went, oh, thank God that's over.
It was supposed to start at like 5 o'clock and it's like 4. And I'm still running around sweaty, like moving things and cleaning things, and my God, like up to the last second we were making that thing happen.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got on to this is the story of Andrew's wedding, but
I don't either. We got there though. Let's just go ahead and move on to the question of the week. Why not?
Are you excited?
Oh, of course I am. I know it's going to be a chaotic day, and I hate chaotic days. Like after we just spoke about yours and stuff, and we're trying to keep it as easy as possible and stuff. And we're doing outside. We're going to be in a rainforest, so we're hoping it's not raining, but we're also accepting if it is and stuff because moody and shit. But no, we're excited. We're stupid excited. I'm really excited for it's funny to say, I'm really excited for the honeymoon, but I'm really excited for the honeymoon, the road trip we're doing. We're doing 2 weeks through the Southwest and everything. So
cool.
That's what I'm really stoked for.
Heck yeah.
Stuff. And like y'all said, like Jade and I have been living together for goddamn 7 years now. So it's like putting a ring on, that's the only difference and stuff. And really excited. I tell you what was weird was trying on suits. That's something I never thought I'd do. And having one tailored to me perfectly and stuff like that. And just the areas that are grabbed for measurements and everything. Like, whoa, guy.
hey, ease up.
Yeah, but that was a whole other experience. I got that in, though. I have to put it on and try it on here soon to make sure it's all good. But, no, nice. Definitely stoked. If Jade's best friend Jared is listening out here, you fucking idiot. Her best friend was the one, he's our, what's it called? Doing he got ordained for, doing the ceremony and stuff. And he had to do all the paperwork, for the marriage license, I guess. I don't know if that's legit or not, but we had him do it. He spelled Jade's name wrong. So it's like, bro, really?
What part of her name?
Green is with an E at the end. He
didn't put the E?
He didn't put the E at the end, so we've been giving him shit all week and everything. But everything's going to be fine. We'll be able to get it fixed in time and stuff. We're still a month and a half away. But question of the week. I already said it. Ben, you already gave an answer. What do you mean, what's the question? On the Instagram this week, we asked an item you bought as an adult because you're an adult. As in, you just bought it because no one's going to tell you no. You have the money. You can spend the money however you want. Now, Ben, we know you. We see your room. You've already established that you buy a lot of things. You like spending the money. What's that one item? Something maybe you haven't even taught us or showed us, I mean. Any stupid purchases out there that you bought on a whim? No one told you no. He's looking around the room, everyone, if you're listening.
He's having a hard time. Either he's having a hard time remembering something to use, or he's having a hard time narrowing it down.
No, I mean, that's just like all of my freaking purchases, dude. I bought just stuff. Everything, freaking magic cards. Why am I getting into magic at 30?
Not a trip. What about your motorcycle? You said you had one out there somewhere.
No, I bought a motorcycle. Yeah, yep. I bought one of those.
That's something the parents would say no to, probably. You're an adult now. You can do that.
No, they wouldn't have cared. They wouldn't. Yeah,
that would have chewed me out if I bought one.
Really? No, my parents were too busy trying to get me to go into the military. They didn't care about what I drove.
Oh, you can drive. go die out there in Iraq, but you can't drive a motorcycle, son.
I'll be damned if you die stateside.
You go out there and die like a man.
I'm gonna have to think about that.
All right, well, Andrew, what about you?
It's all you like. Buy it.
Nothing of mine is like stuff that my parents wouldn't have let me or anything or would have frowned on. It's more just like stuff that I never would have had the money for before.
I'm not, hold on, I'm not even like just like referencing like an item or like, it could be just like the dumbest little thing. Like, I don't know, anything that you don't need approval for as an adult. I'll tell you the one I want after you get done talking that I've been thinking about buying once I have a home.
Okay. I mean, the more obvious ones, I guess, as a kid, I never would have bought an overhead projector, but I just did.
This was like the new wave nowadays. Yeah. Everyone loves projectors.
And like, but it's like the school one. It's not like one you can watch movies on and stuff.
It's like, that one.
Yeah. Yep. Old film cameras that are arguably out of date, stuff like that. But the most recently, I had kind of a like, what the hell kind of thing. When we went away for this past weekend, we went into this cool toy store, and Landon was looking around, and I bought a Duncan yo-yo. Just because. I'm like, you know what? It's been a while. I used to be pretty good with these things.
Yeah.
It's whatever, and I just bought it.
That small stuff is what I bought, like just because I can.
Yeah.
I don't buy a lot of stuff on a whim, but usually it's like small things that I'm just like, I remember this, and then
like, what was it when I first moved here and I bought that back scratcher that was also a fork, that like extended fork.
Wait,
yes,
I extended fork. I was like, this is pretty cool. And I bought
it was like you know the magnetic things that you get for your car, so you can like reach it down under a hood and pick up
a magnet on a stick.
Stuff. Yeah. It basically was that, but on the end was like a fork.
Butt scratcher.
Butt scratcher.
Butt scratcher. The reason I thought about this question is I had a friend of mine recently start a business, where like especially like in Florida, little kid birthday party, get a bounce house or a slide or something like that, or like those water slides and stuff. Andrew, we used to have to put them up every day when we worked at the counselors thing and everything. And I was just thinking, like, how much would it be just to buy one of those? And I looked up, it's only like $2,500 to buy one of these giant ass water slides that you inflate in the backyard and stuff. And in my head, I'm like, damn, that might be a purchase when I get older. Cause I mean, you got to deal with the kids or anything. I mean, it's like $300 a weekend just to rent those damn things out.
Yeah.
So that's where I got the question from. There's nothing crazy.
When I get a little bit more space, I'm going to have a just because. And it's going to be a trampoline, and it's not going to be for Landon. It's because I want it, it's because I like jumping around with the blank decks on there. It's so much fun.
I've been wanting a trampoline also, but I wonder how hard it would be to put it in the ground.
People do that.
Have you seen it before?
They dig it out and then put it down in the ground so it's ground level. I guess so it's safer.
I guess you would have to try to figure out how to get water out and stuff like that, because that hole will fill up eventually and stuff when it rains and shit. You don't want to be jumping on the water and everything. You won't get as much bounce. But yes, a trampoline definitely. Don't tell your home insurance if you own one though, because they will charge you out the ass for that shit.
That's why we had to throw out the one that we had when I was like in high school. We had that thing for years, and we had to get rid of it because the stupid insurance company took an aerial shot of the house, and we're like, nope, you have a trampoline. We're gonna cancel your insurance if you don't get rid of it.
I thought that thing blew away in a hurricane or some shit.
It tried.
It tried.
it picked up and kind of like got stuck on the fence and stuff. But yeah.
I think Jade and I always joke, and I know she responded to one of these questions. The question, and it's kind of my answer together. But we were really baked one night and just chilling, and we DoorDashed a Carvel cake. So that's her and I's answer.
That sounds wonderful, right?
That sounds great, actually.
That is something as an adult that you can do. You could just go to the store and buy a birthday cake. You don't need a reason.
Yeah, that's true.
Go buy a chicken. I don't know. Whatever.
Every now and then, if I'm feeling, I don't get cravings for sweets very often, but every now and then, if I'm like in the grocery store and I'm in the right mood, I get like the baker's dozen of like the gourmet cookies from Ingles. Oh my god,
Publix back in the day. I hate saying that, back in the day. Let's go to some of the answers from our listeners. This person said mini brands. I'm guessing that's smaller companies, or unless that's something I don't know about. Mini brands. Mini
brands is it's like normal branded things, but miniature versions of their products.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yep. Okay. I guess I should probably keep reading because it says the tiny miniature surprise toys.
There you go.
Could never have something like that as a kid. Part 2. Then they comment again. Part 2. So I ended up buying them just because I had the adult money. See, that's what I was going for.
Yeah.
Couldn't own it as a kid. You're adult now. You can get whatever you want. This person said literally everything I own because I'm addicted to shopping, and no, it was not Ben. Tattoos.
I'm not addicted to shopping.
Yes, you are.
A very specific type of shopping.
It's just like today we went to Whole Foods. It's 2 blocks away from the magic shop I go to, and I was like, should I go there and buy some packs just because I'm over here? And that's the dilemma I have all the time. It's just like if I'm in the area, it's resisting just going into browse.
That's the addiction talking. Because if I drive by a casino, I see myself in there, but I keep driving. It's just
see, I didn't go in. I can say I know when to say no,
and I don't go in most of the time either.
I know when to say no. I just don't.
But mine says no.
The stack of packs I have sitting here.
No, so he did go in.
So we did go in.
No. Emily and I have reduced it down to Sunday mornings because we can go play Commander together with some strangers, play games, and we have breakfast and Magic on Sunday mornings. Little date morning.
It's just simple things. I love it.
Nice.
Yeah, it really is.
Here is probably the number one answer, especially for us as a group: tattoos. Something you definitely can't buy, but now as an adult. Yep, that's
a lot of people just say.
Logistically speaking, it works.
It works.
A lot of people are just like, I just feel like a tattoo today. And they just walk in and get something.
I wish I could do that.
That's what these were. That one and that one. Someone said a house. I don't know how many kids are out there wanting to buy a house. But,
you can afford a house in this economy?
You lucky
dog. In this economy?
They said the serious answer was a house. A fun answer is big vacations. So, yeah, that's
true. True that.
Mm-hmm. I went on.
You never just got in your car and drove as a kid?
No.
As a kid? No, because I couldn't reach the
pedals. Okay, when you're 16, you're a kid, all right? Teenager? Nah, you're a kid. You're a child.
I didn't start driving until I was almost 18, unfortunately.
Dude, I'd take trips down to Jupiter and West Palm.
Oh my god! If I left the county,
but does that count as a vacation though? That's just like I'm going to get away for a few hours.
Like just drive that. That's getting out. Just driving to go do not regular things. That's a vacation.
I remember when I was in 8th grade and I went to Bud's Bake Sale. I remember going to Bud's Bake Sale, which is in West Palm, and I'm like, this is a whole foreign world. I've never been here before. Shit like that.
Yeah.
So yes, it is like a mini vacation when you get to leave the county. Some flashbangs and smoke grenades. I don't want to know.
What?
Are those illegal to purchase to the common?
I mean, smoke grenades for sure.
Okay, I'm going to the page because I got to know who said that now.
It was Kevin.
Yeah. Okay. Civilians, you have to have a permit, but you can buy flashbangs.
The smoke grenades for sure, yeah.
Yeah, well, smoke grenades are using airsoft all the time.
Prank idea.
I wasn't surprised about that one.
Flashbang people at night. Drive by flashbangs.
Oh my god.
Bro, that's a real that's a real problem here in Nashville. Is
drive by flashbangs?
No, they drive by with airsoft guns or
it's Andrew. It's Andrew.
Shut up! I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
I've become a real Karen about it though, because it's when I go outside to smoke real quick and kind of check the road because we have the main road. You kind of see how busy it is.
Yeah.
And I'll go outside, looking left and right, and I got hit square in the eye with a liquid. And normally I'm hooligans, respect.
Hooligans.
But this is Asheville, and I don't know what the fuck was in that liquid. And that's okay, it's in my eye. What? And I just looked right at the license plate. Boop boop. Hey, here's the D, and gave all the what direction they were heading in because I grew up with cops. I was like, all right, I'm gonna be a real Karen. I want to take this moment and just get these kids. It was fun. Anyways, that's my fun side story.
It was fun.
I've kind of done something in the same vein.
I pride myself on not being a narc, but
I was walking Jackson one late night, and his car was blocking the sidewalk. He was straight up parked on the sidewalk, so I took Jackson's poop bag and totally just smeared it all over his windshield.
Oh my god!
That's a bit much. That's a little.
It's more fun.
I was fine, but I know there's someone in the neighborhood that's on a wheelchair, and
were you fine? Because
I was good.
Because that takes a lot to
No, it's
mentally accept that you're going to wipe poop on a car.
Well, fuck them for parking literally on the sidewalk. If someone with a disability were to come by, they were fucked. They would have to go back down the street to get down into the road and stuff like that. So fuck those guys.
The more we do this podcast, the more I realize that despite what he says, Ben is the nice one on this podcast.
Right? I really am.
Because listening to episodes back to back, I'm always saying some sketchy ass thing that I did to somebody or threw a milkshake in someone's car and like getting into altercations, verbal altercations. And Ben's just that's a little bit much, man.
I've gotten a little more aggressive in my older age. I ain't gonna lie. back on track here. Stuff people buy as an adult because they can. This is a good answer. An expensive Spider-Man gaming chair. That's a solid answer. An obscene amount of toys only fit for a kid that you had to buy as an adult that you wanted as a kid.
Interesting. Yes. Oh, okay. I've heard of people doing that.
Yep. Well, maybe collectibles or like Legos and stuff. Maybe.
Sometimes people
if
are
it's like a Tonka truck, I have concerns.
Sometimes people who couldn't have certain toys as a kid will buy them as adults, like just because. I've heard of this before, like Cabbage Patch dolls and stuff like that. Even if it's not for collectors' purposes, they're just like, I always wanted one. Now I own one. Maybe that was actually unresolved childhood stuff. I don't know.
That was actually my stepdad. He grew up rather poor when he was younger, and he's on vein with y'all. He loves his Star Wars. He's seen every movie. He's seen Rebels. He's seen them all. But he had a massive collection of Star Wars toys for a while there when he started selling them off after The Force Awakens came out because they skyrocketed. I'm talking he had he had the monster stuff. It was crazy. He made about $25,000 that month. Damn. But he was buying them throughout the years and just holding on to them because he couldn't have them when he was a kid when he wanted them and shit. So I think he said he profited like $13,000-14,000 off of that.
And now he 3D prints freaking incredible things that just blow my mind.
Studio movie quality worth of stuff.
Yeah,
it's insane. I'm happy they put if I had just read this as an adult, an obscene amount of toys. I'm happy they added only fit for a kid.
Bit ambiguous.
Kick cereal.
What?
I have questions. DM us that answer. I need to know why you could have kicks.
Questions.
F it. I know Guac's extra. Like 4 boxes of kicks.
Damn, my parents. We need answers on that one, please. I know they listen.
Interesting.
There's Jade with the late night Carvel cakes. A TV for the garage and a TV for the Florida room to play N64, NES, and old consoles on. Hell yeah.
That's cool, but did you say the Florida room?
Yeah, you never heard of a Florida room?
No.
Really?
Florida, it's a porch with walls.
Yeah, it's the porch that they decided to put real walls up around.
Put a lot. It's like all the walls like are literally windows. Though, yeah, sunroom. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, kind of like what we had at the old house in Ronrico, where it's all glass back there. In a way,
that was technically a Florida room if there was more glass. Yes.
Okay,
yeah. But it was also more
I've never heard it called that before.
They're usually you had a sliding glass door in that wall, didn't you?
Or there was something, all of it. Yeah, all of it was sliding glass.
Yeah, it's basically a walled-in porch.
Okay.
Yeah, and a hamster. That's the last answer. Couldn't get it as a kid, but said fuck it as an adult. Did any come to y'all while we were reading there?
You said butt fuck it to a hamster?
What?
That's what I heard.
I have no way how to.
I can't get that.
I have no idea how to verbally react to that. I don't know where to go.
I'm just shaking my head on that one.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Let's play this damn game.
Okay.
We're on one today, so this should be interesting. I want to see you two fight with each other.
I thought you said we're a team.
Yeah, I thought we were a team.
But you're going to fight over answering.
Okay.
Yes. So, this game, I'm going to...
Here we go with these additive rules.
I literally haven't even said a fucking rule yet. You don't even know what we're playing.
You said we're fighting over who answers. Well, but then you started with it, we're on a team, man.
I meant as in fighting to get to the right answer. Like, you're going to, talk it over and stuff like that.
Okay.
I'm going to give you 5 actresses or actors' names. And each of these actors or actresses, I'm just going to say actors to cover everything, have been in individual movies with the one person you have to guess. Does that make sense?
So you're going to give us 5 names, but you're withholding one name. That one name has to have been in a movie with one of our 5.
Yes, every person I name all have been in a movie with the person y'all trying to guess. Do y'all want an example?
Sure.
No, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean?
X, you have to solve for X, and X is equal to each.
Yes.
Actor.
And
why did that sound more complicated?
Why is math in this?
So you have this is who we're solving
invited
for.
math.
You're solving for who is the actor. Okay. Each actor that he names has been in a movie with said actor. So you're trying to find the one that has been in all of the movies.
There has been some overlaps with some of these people, but I've went and got individual movies for each one. Yes, good job. I will give y'all an easy one first, in my opinion. All right.
Okay.
This person has been in a movie with Jude Law, Cillian Murphy, Chris Evans, Ben Stiller, and Tom Holland.
Robert Downey Jr.
That's good job, buddy.
Hey.
I'm proud of you.
I understand a little.
Yeah, there you go. That was a pretty easy one. I hope you don't fly through all these like that. I will say also, all these are big name. I didn't pick the third character from an obscene movie from 1991 or some shit. We all know who all these people are, so we should be pretty easy with it. This next person has been in a movie with Margot Robbie, Edward Norton,
Jared Leto,
Angelina Jolie,
Hugh Jackman,
Christopher Watts,
Brad Pitt,
and Shia LaBeouf. Damn it! There you go, Brad Pitt. Good job.
Damn.
Bonus points if you can name the movies.
Fury with Shia LaBeouf, Mr. and Mrs. Smith with Angelina Jolie.
Good job.
Who's the other ones?
Margot Robbie. There's a couple movies there.
I can't think of any with her.
No, it was. Is it American Hustle? No, was he in American Hustle?
He wasn't.
No, it was one of those like niche like art house movies.
It was.
I passed.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Okay. Yep.
But there was also
Margot Robbie's in Once Upon a Time.
Yeah,
she's the
actress.
Yep.
But there's also a newer one called Babylon that.
See, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, that one. And Edward Norton. That one should be pretty easy.
I mean, yeah, Fight Club.
Like Fight Club. Okay. Maybe a little harder in this one. I don't know how well you know this person's career.
Hey.
Chris Pratt, Woody Harrelson. Let me name the damn things here first. All right. We got to draw this segment out, people. Let's not rush through shit. Chris Pratt, Woody Harrelson, Bradley Cooper, James McAvoy.
See, that was going to be my guess. Was Bradley Cooper
and Leo DiCaprio.
Leo. Oh, DiCaprio. Oh,
how many Leos are in Hollywood?
Oh, wait. Okay, so sorry. Go through them again. Chris Pratt.
We got Chris Pratt.
Okay.
Woody Harrelson.
What's her name from The Hunger Games?
Damn it.
What's her name?
Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah,
there we go. That's the one.
I thought y'all were going to
My brain was lagging so hard.
I
kept trying to say,
I just couldn't think of the name.
What
all I think of is like, where's the pizza?
Yes.
Can I get the movies? Chris Pratt is
the one they're stuck in space.
Passengers. Woody Harrelson.
I don't fucking know.
Hunger Games.
Oh yeah, duh.
I never saw Hunger
he's
Games.
the tribute that's like drunk all the time from the
he's their like their teacher. Their
okay.
How'd you get there? If that's the one movie he was in, you're like, oh, Hunger Games. Bradley
Honestly,
Cooper.
when you said Woody Harrelson, I thought of Woody Nelson.
The singer?
Willie Nelson? Willie Nelson. That's all I heard was Willie Nelson. I was like, Woody Harrelson. And in my head, I'm thinking Willie Nelson. I don't know why I went there. So.
Interesting.
James McAvoy.
X-Men.
X-Men.
Yeah. Several of them.
Leo.
Wait
a minute. What movie was she with Leo?
I was about to say, I can't think of any with him.
Oh, I might have fucked up there.
Oof. I mean, I still guessed it, so it's fine.
You did, but I need to know what I did wrong there.
Don't Look Up. It was
that,
the one that
yeah, that's right.
Oh.
Yep. They were
that
co-stars
really
on
meh
that one.
one.
Yeah, I feel you there. Okay, moving on. Josh Brolin, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, sorry, Blake Lively, Samuel Jackson, and Wesley Snipes.
Jesus.
What's Blake Lively's husband?
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
Good job. Y'all doing way
Damn,
better
dude,
than
I'm
I
really
thought.
good at this. I just don't know exactly what. Like in my head, it's a mist.
Ben is seeing the picture, and then I have to refine it.
I thought with me reading it would be a lot harder. If you see the names, it might be a little easier. But Josh,
maybe it's bad that we're on a team because we're kind of helping each other.
I know.
Fuck it, we're battling.
Anything.
What was the movies? Josh Brolin.
You bet.
Come on.
Deadpool.
Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
Yep. Dwayne Johnson.
It's the one...
Red Notice.
Yep, Red Notice.
Netflix movie.
Blake Lively. That's where they met.
I don't know.
Is it?
Oh,
yeah, they met on set.
It was
I don't remember the movie.
that terrible Green Lantern movie. She was the love interest.
I never saw it.
Yeah, I purged that from my brain.
I didn't even know she was in that.
Yeah, she's the main chick in it.
Oh.
Samuel L. Jackson. It's a funny
It's where
movie.
he has to protect Samuel L. Jackson, the hitman's bodyguard.
Good funny movie. And Wesley Snipes. Come on.
That I don't know.
Blade.
Early
Blade.
days.
Blade
2 or 3. Yeah.
Blade 3.
I forgot he was
2
in that.
was
He
the
was
one where
so
the
much
mouths
younger.
flip open.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes. That was like the start of his acting. Well, no, not really, because he was a child star too. Well, not star, whatever. Here we go. Chris Hemsworth, Gary Oldman, Matt Damon, Hugh Jackman, and Matthew McConaughey.
Who's the guy who played Batman?
Oh, damn it! I thought this one.
God damn, you are really good at this. What the heck?
Which Batman?
I'm so
Christopher Nolan Batman.
Yes, Christian Bale.
Christian Bale. There we go.
I'm so caught up on trying to not forget each individual name as you say them that it's not computing at all. And Ben's just like seeing straight through it.
Do you not see my eyes rolling back into my head? Just like
he's like, all this knowledge is coming out.
I'm finally useful.
You're sorting through the backlog of years of information.
Name the movies. Chris Hemsworth was
Thor 3.
Unfortunately, 4. Yeah, Thor 4.
Yeah, 4.
Wow,
holy crap!
4
movies.
Jesus
What the
Christ.
hell?
Gary Oldman. You said
Batman.
it was Batman. Matt Damon. Oh, y'all might not have seen this one. Ford versus
Is this
Ferrari.
the car one?
Yeah, Ford versus Ferrari. Hugh Jackman.
That was actually a pretty good one. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman, The Prestige.
Great one. And Matthew McConaughey.
Wait, I kind of forgot who it was.
I haven't
Christian Bale.
seen a lot of his stuff. So
Let me make sure I got the right movie.
Christian Bale. Matthew McConaughey.
I'm actually drawing a blank on which one was Matthew McConaughey.
I don't know this one.
I got you. Oh my God! How do I not know this? Rain of Fire.
Yes, the best one. That's right.
Oh,
I was going
the best one.
I was going down a list of movies, and I was like, I gotta find a fifth one. I gotta find Rain of Fire, Matthew McConaughey. That's right. All right, next one. This one might be a little harder for you guys. We'll see.
I know. I'm really upset with myself. Like I feel like I'm going to drop the ball here any minute.
This one's going to be a hard one. There is some smaller name actors on it, but you definitely know who these actors are. So, Patrick Swayze, John Leguizamo. Oh my God, I always forget.
Leguizamo.
Thank you, him. Sandra Bullock, Al Pacino, and George Carlin.
God dang, dude. You threw in George Carlin out of nowhere, and I was like,
Classic movie, though. Classic movie. I will say some of these movies are a little older, but movies we've definitely have seen. Or have you seen at least most of them?
What was the last name? I don't know who that is.
George Carlin, the comedian. Google him real quick. You'll see his face.
Read the list again.
Patrick Swayze, John Leguizamo, Sandra Bullock,
that guy.
Al Pacino, and George Carlin.
It can't be Kevin Smith because I know he appeared. No, Keanu Reeves.
God damn it! Are you looking at stuff?
I am not. Swear to God.
You're looking at something.
I'm looking at you.
Oh, I'm over there.
Because he plays God, I can't remember his name in it, but Bill and Ted. That was my favorite movie growing up.
Yep, Bill and Ted.
Oh my God, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's why I was when you said George Carlin, I was like, there is only 2 movies I know him in, and it's Jay and Silent Bob and.
If I didn't say George Carlin, would you have been stuck?
Yes,
because I debated on putting him in there, but it was it's a classic.
Because like Al Pacino, I don't know that movie.
That's The Devil's Advocate. That's a great movie.
I was stuck either way.
Devil's Advocate for Al Pacino. Sandra Bullock.
Speed.
Oh,
John Leguizamo.
Don't know who that is.
That one he's the voice of Sid in Ice Age. You would know him if you saw him.
Did you watch the original shitty Mario's Brother movie?
No.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh, he
was Luigi.
Luigi. He's been in so many goddamn things. You'll know his face.
Yeah, he's great.
He was in John Wick. He was the
okay.
He ran the chop shop, but he was like, when he brought his car in, he was like, "Get the fuck out of my shop right now," and everything. He's friends with
those all kind of blur together.
Yeah, they really do. And then Patrick Swayze. I don't know if y'all seen
Point Break.
Point Break, classic movie. All right, we got 4 more here. Kind of stretching it out a little bit.
Dang. I'm proud of myself right now.
Yeah, you're honestly. I'm regretting this game. I thought it would be taking a little longer. Here we go. Charlize Theron, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Leo again, Woody Harrelson again, and Joel Egerton.
Oh, where do I know that last name from?
He's another one of those faces you've seen a million times.
You would know him if you saw him.
Yeah.
Oh, it's this dude. He played Uncle Owen in the Obi-Wan show.
Yep.
Read the list again.
Stop looking at movies, Andrew. Charlize Theron, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Leo and Woody Harrelson again, and Joel Egerton.
Bruce Willis?
Nope.
No.
Oh, I'm finally getting y'all. Okay.
I'm hung up on Joseph.
I don't know a lot of Charlize Theron's. Well, Joseph Gordon-Levitt has been.
Joseph has been in multiple movies. I'll give you a hint.
Mark Wahlberg?
Nope.
Okay. No. Think Inception. Because he was with Leo and Joseph Gordon-Levitt in that movie.
I was getting.
That's how I did.
I was getting.
No, that's how I'm deductive reasoning here. This is how I do. I pick one that I know the name, and
I was in multiple movies, different movies.
Who the hell was in Inception?
A lot of people.
Yeah, freaking. We said his name earlier.
What's
You're looking something up.
No, I'm looking up his name. Jesus effing.
I should know his name. And we just literally said, Tom Hardy was
Tom Hardy. Good job, everyone.
That was where I was, again, deductive reasoning. Okay, here we go. Top list actors. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. What's like a very pronounced movie that we would recognize him in? Because my other pick was going to be Seth Rogen.
He was with Joseph. He was with Joseph Gordon-Levitt in Batman.
He was in the Cancer movie.
The Batman one, too.
Well, Seth Rogen, the cancer movie, yes, but yes, Joseph Gordon-Levitt was. We're back on Tom Hardy.
Okay,
I
get Seth Rogen was not a Batman.
No, I get. Imagine him as the Joker or something.
Oh my god, dude! Seth Rogen as the Joker. Seth Rogen as the Joker. Oh my god.
By the way, have y'all paid attention?
You complete me.
Have y'all paid attention to the work that he's done producing, like the stuff he's been on?
He's on a roll.
He is on a killer roll for like comic book world and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Is he?
Yeah, he's done. He has production on The Boys. He has it on Invincible. He has it on the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies. It's basically all him.
Yeah, he did Preacher.
Yeah, Preacher. Yep, he was on that.
I want to see the new Turtle movie.
The new Turtle movie. I need it now.
I like Turtles.
Give me the Turtles.
What's the list?
I like Turtles.
So Charlize Theron was what?
With Tom Hardy, couldn't tell you.
Mad Max.
Couldn't tell you. Oh.
God dang, see, that's the thing. Is all I see is Furiosa. I did not remember that was Charlize Theron.
Yep.
I think that's how you pronounce it.
Sure, I say Theron. I don't know. Joseph Gordon-Levitt was The Dark Knight Rises, but could also have been Inception.
And Inception.
Leo was Inception, but could also have been The Reverend.
Oh, yeah.
Woody Harrelson was... Oh, Jesus.
That one I actually...
Did I write down the right name?
Just Gordon-Levitt and...
Woody Harrelson was Venom 2. Let There Be Carnage. He was Carnage.
Oh, yeah.
And...
was Joseph Gordon-Levitt in that? No, wait, Tom Hardy. Okay.
Return to Seth Rogen.
And Joel Egerton was, I believe, that movie Warrior, if I get that right. I don't know if y'all saw that.
I know of it, but I never saw it.
Yeah, it was a pretty good, decent movie. Yeah, Warrior. Okay, moving on. A few more. I almost got you out there.
Still hanging in there. Still hanging in there.
I have been almost useless in this game.
100% useless. No,
I got the warm up right.
You got.
Hey, have fun, Ben.
That's why I'm so stressed. I'm like,
this one should be pretty easy. Zoe Kravitz, William Dafoe, Kristen Stewart, Daniel Radcliffe, and John David Washington.
Robert Pattinson.
There you go, buddy. Proud of
you.
We're really proud of
you. And
you.
again, I got hung up on Zoe Kravitz. I was like, wait, what?
Batman. William Dafoe was... I know you've seen this one.
Oh, The Lighthouse. I haven't seen it, but...
Oh, I thought you said you liked that one.
It's been on my list. I just haven't had time.
Daniel Radcliffe, obviously, Harry Potter.
Oh, Potter.
Kristen Stewart. What did you say? Potter. How a dude from Brooklyn says he loves Harry Potter. Hey, Potter! And then John David Washington was Tenet, obviously.
What was the last one?
John David Washington. Oh, Kristen Stewart. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah. Two more for y'all. This one's a little easier. I'm going to give that one and then save the last one. Emily Blunt, Liam Neeson, Florence Pugh, Rachel McAdams, and
Cillian Murphy.
There you go. Okay, thank you. Emily Blunt was
the Oppenheimer.
I was going with A Quiet Place 2.
Okay, well,
either one.
Also Oppenheimer.
Well, that's who Florence Pugh is for.
Okay, well, also Oppenheimer.
Shut the fuck up, Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson.
Batman.
Good job, Batman Begins. And I went with Tom Hardy as the last one.
And you went with who?
Tom Hardy, which could be multiple movies.
Yeah,
but I was going.
Wasn't Cillian in Inception?
He was.
Yes,
yeah.
He was in Inception. Yeah. He was in Dark Knight Rises. And
I guess they were because he was leading
my brain
the jury.
They were in the same room together for a scene.
Yeah.
And
my brain was going towards Peaky Blinders, but that's not a movie. So.
Oh man,
I was going.
Tom Hardy's role in Peaky Blinders is the only reason I watched that show. I
forget he's in that show.
Yeah.
But I was going with Dunkirk with that one because of the two big names in it.
That is one Christopher Nolan movie that I still have never seen.
I haven't seen that one yet either. That one is Tenet. I haven't seen Tenet yet either. Or obviously Oppenheimer.
Okay, so sidebar before the last one to give the people a break. Tenet, underrated. It's going to take you until the end of the movie to figure out what the hell is happening, but it is so good.
I think it only failed because of COVID. A lot of people weren't going to theaters.
Definitely. Dunkirk, shame on you for not seeing that in theaters. The first 5 minutes alone,
I could tell it was definitely a theater going experience type of movie.
I fucking wonder if it is. Oh
well, that's why we went to go see Oppenheimer, even though it was like a slow burn. I needed to see it there. But yeah, Dunkirk, first 5 minutes in the theaters, I jumped out of my seat. It was, I can't say anything, but you should watch it. It's really good.
Okay,
a little slower. And it's kind of, the story is really well paced because it's like back and forth, and then it all kind of comes together at the end.
Yeah.
But
classic.
That was a beautiful movie. Beautiful movie.
Last one before we move on. Johnny Depp, Chris Pine, Sam Worthington, Ryan Reynolds, and Dave Bautista.
Zoe Saldana.
Damn, I thought it'd be
wow
a little bit on that.
Bam,
one. Good job,
boys. I know my movies.
Dave Bautista was obviously what?
All right, Dave Bautista. That's going to be Guardians.
It's going to be Guardians. Sam Worthington.
Avatar.
Johnny Depp.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Chris Pine.
Star Trek.
Good job. And Ryan
Andrew, I'm
Reynolds.
on a roll.
I gotta do something.
Ryan Reynolds.
It's the Nobodies. Or, God dang, what's the name of that movie?
Sorry, what was the name here?
Ryan Reynolds.
Oh.
No, he wasn't in that one.
Oh.
Shit.
This might be the thing I get you. Let me get one. I guarantee you I've only seen this movie once, but you liked it.
What were they in together?
Oh, finally something. We're gonna set this one. We're gonna let this one go because that was gonna kill a lot more time.
It wasn't X-Men. She wasn't in X-Men. It wasn't Waiting. I don't think she was in oh God, what is it? The college movie.
Van Wilder.
That's the one.
I will say it's a newer movie.
That's why I'm like trying to think of.
I hope everyone out there listening is trying to figure it out too, or they're screaming at y'all right now.
It's not Mr. or the one new guy, Free Guy. Free Guy.
Nope.
Yeah.
You're on the right path though.
It's the one that went straight to
the
Netflix.
Adam Project.
Adam Project.
Yes.
Hey.
She's the lover later.
Dude,
right.
that movie honestly
underrated.
It was really good.
Oh,
underrated.
I enjoyed it.
It's nothing new to the storytelling, but I thoroughly enjoyed that movie.
It was good.
I forget. I'm drawing a blank on the director's name, but they're working together on a lot of stuff, including they work together on Free Guy, and they're working on Deadpool 3 together. So they're a good combo that I like to see more of in the future.
Yeah.
Also, that little kid that plays him, he did such a good job being young Ryan Reynolds, and I'm excited to see him in the Percy Jackson series coming out.
Oh, that's right.
The only reason I'm excited for that is they're redoing it.
They're going to stick to the books.
The writers involved with it this time, and Jade's really excited. She's telling me all that. That's
that first book when I read it back in the day was really good.
See,
Uh,
and I saw the movie and I was like,
That's exactly what they should have done with the Artemis Fowl movie, which shouldn't have been a movie. It should have been a series.
I'm already being so
fam.
hyped for that.
What they should
so bad.
What they should redo is Aragon. That's
They
what
are.
Oh my!
I
Are
think.
they?
I thought I heard that they
Show
were.
me the Carfax.
Somebody acquired the rights to create a series.
I remember seeing that movie in theaters as a young child, and even then I was like, "This sucks."
Oh, it's coming to Disney Plus. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well then I lose a
We'll
little
see.
hope, but
We'll see. well, Disney's also the ones that are
it's-
doing the Percy Jackson series. So
Disney also owns Star Wars, and it's basically Star Wars with dragons. So
yeah, true.
fantasy.
I honestly can't remember what the hell the movie was even about. I just know there's dragons. That's it.
Don't even try to remember the movie. Just let it die.
But I want to know.
Read the book.
Yeah.
Don't be a pleb, Taylor. Don't be a pleb.
Are there pictures
You
in
know how
it?
much you drive?
Are there
Just
pictures?
Listen to an audiobook.
There's a nice picture on the cover.
I mean, for you maybe, but if you weren't into it and you get into the car as an Uber passenger, do you want to be listening to the audiobook of
Bro,
Aragon?
buy an AirPod and keep it one in your left ear and just listen while you talk. And
I do that.
Easy.
I do that.
I can't. It's
Not with an AirPod because but
dude. Someone left some AirPod Pros in my car the other day, and they've never called back for it.
really,
So there you go.
I might
see, it's destiny.
So hold up, you're telling me Destiny was for this poor slump to lose their $200 AirPod Pros, like newer ones.
Maybe he's a shithead.
In my car for me to listen to Aragon on podcast.
Listen, they're passing the savings on to you.
maybe not Aragon, but books in general. Listen, out of movies, TV, video games, comic books, what have you, any form of media, I do not get any better satisfaction out of storytelling of any kind than out of books or audio dramas. That's where all the best shit is.
I don't know.
Max.
I have this issue where
I know we have issues, Taylor.
Yeah,
we all have
the
issues
subject.
here. I I'm one of those people that will look at a page, start reading it, and my mind just goes somewhere else. And next thing you know, I'm 15 minutes on the same page, and I didn't even read it. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I know exactly what you're talking about because I used to be the same way.
Stop smoking so much weed.
No, it's been like this my whole life. I just get so bored, and my mind is nonstop all day. I mean, I come up with the most randomest shit for reels and stuff for our page just because it just pops in my head to do. Oh, that looks funny. Let's do that. That sounds funny. Let's do this and everything like that. It's just, I don't know. That's who I am. That's how I am. I have a hard time just sitting and letting my mind picture a world that I'm trying to read and stuff. So don't get me wrong. I have read some books before and I have enjoyed them. I have to find the right thing to read. I'm into the couple books I have read were biographies of like soldiers going through like World War II. And this one guy, I read a book about one of the guys in the 101st Airborne through World War II, and basically the telling of Band of Brothers in book form and stuff. And I really enjoyed that. But it's also like, if I could put images that are already made to it, I don't know, it's a lot easier for me because I was just picturing, oh, that happened like in that episode of Band of Brothers and stuff like that. I could picture that battle as he describes and stuff.
Yeah, I get that.
But when I have to sit there and try to I remember trying to read Harry Potter as a child, and half the words I couldn't even pronounce. I was like, what is happening? I can't put any of these words together, remember characters' names with weird names and stuff like that. That's just how I've always been.
So I'm just going to try and figure out something here real quick. Okay, so obviously your issue is you need to find something that captures your imagination right off the bat.
Well, like everyone.
And it isn't too much, and it isn't too much effort to picture it.
Yes.
That's basically what I'm getting? Okay.
Yes.
A pop-up book?
I'm going... Have you tried the child section?
Imagine my big ass sitting on the little kid's chair and volunteering like, ooh. Have I tried what?
If you ever get to the point where you're like, you know what, I'm going to give this whole audiobook thing a try, because I will say audiobooks are a lot easier because you're able to multitask and do stuff. You can listen to it while cooking and stuff like that. Try this one book series. It's it's a fantasy series, but it's a powder mage fantasy series. So it's very military-esque. It's like muskets and stuff like that, but with a very brutal like metal magic system and intertwined in it. It's called the Powder Mage Trilogy. One of the best book series I've ever read, like ever. It's a top 5, if not top 3 for me. Oh, incredibly action-packed, super fast-paced. Characters are awesome. If you ever get to the point where you're like, I'm going to give this thing a try, start with book 1, The Promise of Blood. It's very good.
The Promise of Blood.
That's all I'll say.
That sounds metal as shit. Okay.
It starts with a coup of someone going in and purging the entire government of this country and like getting rid of, basically overthrowing the king to establish a republic.
Is it a made up world, or is it like...
It is, but Earth? It's a made up world completely, but you can tell it's extremely reminiscent of real world nations. Like the opposing nation they end up going to war with is obviously France. It's obviously inspired by France. The main characters are very obviously, from the way they talk and the way they describe the architecture and stuff, they're all British. And then they have like Russian-esque people and stuff like that too.
So it's a book of genocide. What?
It's brutal as hell, dude. Like it's crazy.
Okay, I'm into, even when TV
like
shows,
it's fantasy, but it's also grounded at the same time. So
I'm into other worlds, parallel universes that mimic our world as we know it and stuff like that too. So
yeah,
I'm into stuff like that. So maybe I'll give it a try. We'll see. I know I'm not as cool and nerdy as like y'all, but it is what it is.
Oh, trust me, nerdy does not equal cool. Despite what mainstream culture now says.
Yeah. Have you been to a Hot Topic lately? Jesus.
Hot Topic. I would also argue that people who shop there nowadays also are not cool.
You're confusing nerd with kawaii.
Wait, what did you say?
With what? Kawaii.
Like
kawaii.
Kawaii is cool now. Nerddom's not.
What the hell is kawaii?
The island?
No. Kauai.
Kauai in Hawaii. I've been there.
Oh, God. kawaii. It's like it means cute in Japanese.
Oh,
but that's like
like
I'm so kawaii.
Like weebs and stuff, but like girls.
Whoa, dude!
Whoa.
Stop throwing them slang terms around.
Whoa!
Well, it's not slang. It's they call themselves weebs.
Nah, it's weeaboo. Don't you shorthand that.
Oh my god.
Okay, let's move.
You gotta
on.
know your enemy, okay?
He's really making an argument for the whole "that's not cool" thing.
Know your enemy, the art of war over here. Oh, moving on.
Learn their ways and get too sucked in.
What?
It's a joke. I said get sucked in.
It was a joke.
Okay. If I don't ask this question, Jade is going to slap me because she's been telling me to talk about this.
All right, so don't record
forever.
the slap because that's more interesting.
Nope. Question for you. I'm ignoring you. What are the artists that you can automatically befriend someone with that you just know you're going to be compatible, like, or like a crush, or I don't know, growing up, if you heard like your crush playing this song, you're like, oh my god, I love this girl so much, or like friends that like they listen.
Like if you hear somebody on the street listening to something and you're like, oh, I would be friends with them.
Someone drives by and metal's blasting a certain band, you're like, oh, friend. You do that all the time.
Yeah,
friend.
I mean,
oh, friend.
I kind of have more like a respect kind of thing happening, like the wolf and Fantastic Mr. Fox, the black wolf on the mountain. Just like, yeah, he's cool.
That's true. That I do that, and it's a very golden retriever-esque thing where like the head immediately turns like, oh, friend. Like,
is there any artist that you heard someone playing randomly, and you're like, I thought I was the only person that listened to this? You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't. Yeah. You never hear anyone else playing it, but when they did, you like freaked out, and you're like, oh, I need to talk to this person, or in that vein, you know? Any artists out there like that?
I can think of several, and one of them's very cliche because I always talk about them.
Balance and composure, yes.
Yeah. But like specifically, if I hear somebody playing their really old stuff, because that's when I know they're a fan.
Yeah.
I say like the one for me, it was a band called Jahari. It was like a little small band, and I heard that first album, and I was like, "This is tasty." But it's a small band. No one's going to know. And then I met like 5 people who knew it. I was like, oh my God.
I think a good answer for me, that it's happened multiple times before, and I think we've discussed them on this podcast before. You remember the old local band, My Favorite Verona?
Oh, yeah.
I've heard...
Hey, shake that thing.
Yes. I remember randomly seeing people post like... I remember seeing this band growing up, like on Facebook and stuff like that, back from our hometown and stuff like that. And I was like, and it's always like every 3 years I see it. I'm like, holy shit, I didn't know you were into them. I didn't even know you were into that scene and stuff like that. So that one's always one that sticks out.
It's like an instant bonding, like it's like an intersection.
Yeah, I always like, I'll message like, did you go to this show and see them and shit like that? And we were like, yeah, I was there. And I'm like, oh my God. And we start messaging and shit. Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. I missed them. They were.
I mean, that's honestly, it's all my bands are like old local Florida bands, like Oceana and Versa back in the day, not before they took off.
Ah, yes, old Versa.
I will say, a bigger name, but he's still not even that big. City and Color.
Yes, that's actually a great one.
I got a sweater and a shirt I'll wear out, and every once in a while, someone walk up to me like, I love him. And it's like, you just don't... I expect him to be much bigger than what he is, but still, he is not a household name at all. So
right.
I always bond over people that listen to City and Color and stuff like that. It's just...
I had the reverse happen to me, because Emily and I went to Dissolver, one of the breweries in town, and the guy was playing Silent Planet, but the instrumental tracks, because it's like, you can't play with screaming and stuff. We're sitting there playing Magic, having beer, and I'm listening to the lead guitar. I'm like, I know this song. What is this? And then it got into it. I was like, and I just got up off the table. I was like, I'll be right back. Got up, walked over. I was like, bro, are you playing Silent Planet right now? And he's like, yeah, dude, you know that. And I just like ripped up my my jeans. I was like, yeah, dude. I slapped my tattoo. I was like, yeah, that was a fun little time. So I've had it happen in reverse. Not so much here living in Nashville.
There's a lot of them, honestly, that I could probably pick. And I think it goes more along the lines of it's not a specific band, but a genre. But I guess not even really that, honestly, because I'll hear people like blasting metal and stuff. But unless it's like deathcore or metalcore, I don't care. Like I don't care about the super deathy, like death metal-y stuff or like the very metallic-y sounding like classic metal and stuff like that. I'm not going to get my head turned, but if I hear like a really nasty blast beat coming out of someone's window, I'm like,
friend. Yeah,
now here's the real question. Do you go fishing for that?
What do you mean?
You roll down. Do you turn that music on and roll your windows down and drive through?
I need friends. Let me blast my personality through the town.
Let me see if anyone looks at me. As a I did that as a cool kid growing up.
I do that last Tuesday.
Okay, I'm happy you admit it because I will do it every once in a while.
Oh, I do it all the time, like because I live only like a 5-minute drive from home, and I drive all through the heart of downtown. And if it's a nice day out, I'm gonna listen to my music, roll my windows down, and I'll play it. And if I see someone who looks like they would appreciate it, I'll do the side eye and look to see if they turn their head. And I was like, yeah, I called out.
I have done that before, but not very often. I think for me, honestly, the biggest one would be pretty much any golden age scene stuff.
Yeah, throwbacks.
If someone's blasting something that is like from like old school.
If I hear the People's Elbow like from the corner, I'm gonna be running after that.
Yeah.
I have a couple. One is not. It's kind of in that same vein. The other one, though, before I get to it, was when I was playing football, and I was like the lone kid that listened to metal in the football team. And I remember pulling into the parking lot, and everyone was out there one day blasting out of my '96 Suburban. I don't know why it was so loud. Probably because how many speakers were in it. But I wrestled a bear once. You remember their main song
Smells
they had?
Like Kevin Bacon?
Yes, and it had the
Yep.
That blasted the second I got in there, and they were like, "Is that your car horn?" I was like, "No." And then they were like looking at me so weird when everything starts playing after it and shit. But back to where you were talking about like people listening. When I was 18, living in Orlando, driving around, I remember I was at a red light, and it was 2 turn lanes going left, right? It's 2 cars side by side turning. And I was blasting Buried Tomorrow. Did you ever listen to them by any chance? They were a metalcore band back in the day from England and shit.
Yeah.
Familiar.
Yeah, they were, but I was blasting it, and my flirt game and stuff was terrible back in the day, like in high school and everything. I could not read women's like intentions with me at all. Like
I could not read.
Yeah. Like I
still can't.
I had no idea of like what situation I was in, if a girl was into me and stuff. There were some embarrassing stories out there where I was just so gullible. I was like, oh yeah, cool. This girl, she like looks over, I look over at her and she's like, telling me to roll my window down because it was so loud you could hear through my damn windows. And she had hers down. And she was like, "Hey, what's that?" and everything. Like you could tell she was like a scene girl and stuff, in the scene and stuff. And I was just like, "Bury tomorrow," blah blah blah, yada yada. And I make the turn, and I make like an immediate turn into my apartment complex that has a gate to get into. And I noticed as I was going through the gate, the girl was following me. And there was a side turn to go into a Publix plaza right before the gate. And I think she noticed that I was going into the gate and she couldn't follow me in. So she turned into the Publix. And I know she was following me because there's like 2 easier turns to get into the Publix than the one she went into. So that's my music blasting opposite approach, I guess you could say, if someone hearing something was interested and wanted to talk or something. I don't know. But it was.
So let me get this straight. You had a random woman yell at you.
Mm-hmm. She was interested,
and then
she
just happened to go. She just happened to go in the same direction as you.
Mm-hmm. So I'm saying,
I thought she was coming for you.
And what did you think she was doing at the time instead
I thought
of
she
following you?
I thought she was just driving and stuff. And then I look as I go through the gate, I saw her make like basically a U-turn to go into a plaza. I think she was trying to follow me, but she realized she wouldn't be getting to the gate. She wanted to come say hi to me or something. I don't know. It was.
Why didn't you stop and find out?
Because as I preluded to this, I was so dumb with women back in the day. I had no idea how to handle it. I'm like, oh, that's weird. She made a U-turn into the Publix Plaza. I had no idea. I was 18, dumb. I don't know. That's all I have for that. So that's you said drive-by, blasting music, getting attention. That's the story my head goes to. I remember that story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have questions?
Music was kind of like a magnet effect for things like that back in the day. I remember.
I feel like especially for metal music because the amount of people are so small.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like everyone's blasting hip hop and rap and country and stuff out in Florida and everything. But you hear that
if
metal?
A girl heard you, or if you had a certain look, or if they heard you listen to a certain thing, it was like, oh, and vice versa too.
You're part of that. You're part of that niche group out there that's so small now.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
Yep. I think we should get on.
Yep, a Rooney do.
We should get out here before we start saying some stupid shit. I think that's it's
you mean
here.
stupid shit like you mean stupid shit like this? Woman douses herself in Mountain Dew to try to erase DNA after her roommate's murder.
Hold up. Wait, what? Did you?
Yeah, Taylor, you haven't seen this?
Say that.
I'm gonna give you a guess as to where this. happened.
No. Say that again because I was so like lost for when you started reading real fast.
A woman,
okay,
doused herself in Mountain Dew to try and erase DNA evidence after her roommate's murder.
We think it was like bleach.
I don't know.
No, there was a scientific study done that like I think it's like trace amounts of Mountain Dew, if over time can like eliminate trace amounts of DNA or something along those lines, but in a very like specific situation.
Mm-hmm.
And this woman probably read that and went,
it's like, oh, this is my saving grace, and just dunked it on herself. Where do you think this happened?
Oh, it's Florida.
First off,
that's Florida.
Yeah, Daytona Beach, Florida.
Of course, it's Florida. Oh, Daytona gets.
I saw this coming across my feed the other day, and this woman murdered her roommate.
Nice.
And she was taken into police custody. And while in an interview with a police officer, she asked for a Mountain Dew. When they gave it to her, she just poured it on herself in an attempt to scrub forensic evidence from her body.
Is there video of it?
I haven't seen it. I really hope there is, though. I think it'd be hilarious.
Can you imagine that?
She's 35.
No, she's our generation.
And her roommate was like 70 or something like that.
Yeah, her roommate was 79.
Oh my God,
what the hell? A 35-year-old murdered her.
Have you ever been to Daytona? You're not gonna be that surprised.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's true.
I went to a race there. That's it.
He was probably a biker too.
That's a very generalization of Daytona. Jesus Christ, Andrew.
It is.
Everyone just drives a motorcycle.
They're freaking bikers everywhere. It's biker heaven. She stabbed the dude multiple times, and I don't know. I guess what it doesn't say here, what I originally saw in a different article, was that it was actually diet Mountain Dew. So at least she was being health conscious.
You know, those chemicals, there's some special chemicals in diet soda. So she might have been onto something there, to be honest with you.
Yeah. It's important to be healthy.
It is.
Cut back on, So murder is one thing, but you got to keep your figure. You know what I mean?
Yes. What is your diet? Oh, I drink nothing but Diet Mountain Dew for this day.
When's the last time you drank water? Well, it's liquid. There's water in Diet Mountain Dew. I'm pretty sure I've made that argument before in the past as younger.
Mm-hmm. Sure. You got anything else over there, Andrew, before I get us out of here?
No. No.
All right. Final words, boys. What do you got before we head out for this week?
Yes.
Yeah, righty.
It do be happening.
It do be happening. Here you go.
It's pumpkin season, baby.
Oh, yes, it is.
It is. It is quickly approaching.
I was made aware that it's pumpkin spice lattes are back at Starbucks tomorrow, so have that what you will with this information. Good luck. Good luck to your bank account.
I will.
All right, boys. Let's get on out of here. We'll see you. Say bye.
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 Yep.
But 2 weeks in a row, you haven't said bye when you're told to say bye.
Bye backwards.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.